what's up guys? Welcome back to Retro Pop Planet, and I have a fun video for you today. I am on my way to go see Joe Jackson for the very first time. He's been in this area a couple times over the past few years, but I don't think he's been in at least a few. I'm a huge fan of Joe Jackson. I think I have all of his albums on vinyl. The concert tonight is in downtown DC at the Lincoln Theater, which is a historic theater in the heart of Washington on U Street. I've actually never been to it before, but it's supposed to be really cool. I looked up my tickets online and I realized that U Street is really hard to find parking, and the weather actually does not look great. So tonight I'm taking the Metro and we got to get down there, so let's go. We're going green, as they say, literally. I have to take the orange line and connect with the green line to go north to U Street. Half the adventure is getting downtown, although that wasn't too bad. Now I need to try to find something to eat. Duh, of course I'm going to Ben's Chili Bowl, a DC institution. Unfortunately, I had to mute the audio because the mix of Outkast, Eminem, and Luther Vandross would have definitely earned me a copyright strike. We first started coming to Ben's when I was in high school back in the 90s, after the punk rock and hardcore shows down the street. There was an episode of Anthony Bourdain's No Reservations that was filmed here. Go find that clip online, as it's a great episode and speaks of the history of the Chili Bowl to the surrounding neighborhood. All right, I had the rice bowl, which is not something I've had before. Here's a little secret. We can actually get Ben's in our grocery store. We can get the chili, we can get the half smokes, get them at the Washington Nationals games. It's not something that's rare anymore, but I wanted to try something on the menu which I hadn't had before, and that's the rice bowl. It's very good. I also had the veggie chili, which I definitely don't prefer as much as the con carne, which actually has a little bit more flavor, but it still was very good. The doors opened around 7 p.m. for the 8 o'clock show. I had some time to spare, so I checked out the other performances and this creepy Abe Lincoln statue in the window. I had the ticket on my Ticketmaster app, so getting inside was pretty easy. And then I stopped to admire the 100-plus-year-old lobby. Check out the merch section. This theater has such a wonderfully rich history. I paid for a solo seat in the balcony section, and I was pretty happy with my view. But then something wild happened.
A little way from the sun. to parties, but I hate them 'cause I'm shy. Oh my, I'm still an awkward age. That's actually the first time I played that one solo. I wasn't sure if it could work. But anyway, this is the first time for everything. This is not the first time, but this is a fairly new idea. I'd like to go back, because I'm not a big fan of the 21st century so far, to be honest with you. So I'd like to take you back to 1990. A song from an album called Laughter and Lust. This one has quite a lot of holes in it, spaces, gaps. Kind of needs a cowbell or something. This is called Stranger Than Fiction. Okay. Please, Mr. King, help me try to find my baby's house. It's 3 in the morning in the pouring rain. Life goes on, never immune to prediction. Life can be strange, but love can be stranger than fiction. Trying to hold it together. Sometimes you start feeling so lost and lonely. When you're afraid, you're in your mind. Then you can't get what you want. Till you know what you want.
friends, ex lovers and enemies. I got your cases in front of me today. I'll sum it up. Say, help me. Don't you know you can't get near me? You can only hope to hear me on the radio.
Ray Davies.
Dirty old river, must you keep rolling, rolling into the night? As long as I gaze on Waterloo sunset, I am in paradise.
Working class Londoners singing in pubs, and it kind of grew and grew from there. And by 1900, this was really the first form of mass popular entertainment, music and especially comedy as well. And about 1913, 1914, with the First World War, that whole world kind of fell apart somewhat. But I've always had an interest in it, and there's been certain times in my life where I've really delved into it and researched it. One of them was 20 odd years ago. I was in a movie, my first and only appearance in a film so far. And it's a film called The Greatest Game Ever Played. I don't know if anyone's seen it. No, not many people do actually. But if you happen to come across it, there's a scene, it's set in 1913, so the tail end of the music hall era. And I'm a piano player in a pub, of course, in the East End of London. So I did a lot of research and came up with a song that was popular in the year 1913. And I'd like to play it for you, if that's all right. Life, really, the absurdity of life. And this is one of those songs, I think. It's called Hello, Hello, Who's Your Lady Friend?
Jeremiah Jones, a ladies' man was he. Every pretty girl he loved to spoon. Then he took a wife and down beside the sea went to Margate for the honeymoon. And as he strolled along the promenade with his little wife just newly wed, he got a proper scare when someone strolled in there, came up to him and winked and said, Hello, hello, who's your lady friend? Who's the little lady by your side? I've seen you with a girl or two. Oh, 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 I am surprised at you. Hello, hello, stop your little game. Don't you think your ways you ought to bend? It isn't the girl I saw you with the bright turn. Who's your lady friend?
Some of them, I think, if you take them on their own terms, can be quite beautiful. And I'm just going to give you a short example, just a snippet, of a song called Dear Old Dutch. And this comes from Cockney rhyming slang, where Dutch plate means mate. So it's really like saying something like my dear old pal. It goes like this.
We've been together now for 40 years, and it don't seem a day too much. There ain't a lady living in the land as I'd swap for me dear old Dutch. There ain't a lady living in the land as I'd swap for me dear old Dutch.
of minutes. But I'll be right back. Thank you.
dirty and it's gritty, it's smoggy and it's sooty and it stinks. Well, I don't really mind it, I think as I find it, but I don't care what anybody thinks. But there's one
consisting of obscene double entendres, and it's called The Bishop and the Actress. And this probably needs a word of explanation, because there's a long tradition of bishop and actress jokes, or actress and bishop jokes in Britain. And they usually are a way of making something obscene out of something innocent. In other words, someone will say something perfectly innocently, and someone else will say, oh, as the actress said to the bishop, or as the bishop said to the actress. Which is a bit like here people say, that's what she said. Which is not as good. Anyway, that's the general sort of idea. This is called The Bishop and the Actress.
Average man and his average wife come away from a night at the theatre. Do they give half a damn for the maddening life that is often the lot of its creators? They're blissfully unaware of the burden you have to bear. When you put on a wig and step into the lights, you hope your reception is glamorous, but you sweat like a pig in some filthy old tights in a futile attempt to be glamorous. You miss every line.
It has a subtitle also, which is A London Irish Lament, and it's called Dear Old Mum.
Let me tell you about me dear old mum, how she had. It happened one evening, a Wednesday in spring, when my day's work done. I thought I'd go for a walk just to savour the breeze. Now there's the strangest blooming creature in the world today. Assuming that he's human, we're not sure what else to say. You might say that he looks like a Swede, with yellow hair and eyes of baby blue. Oh,
kids who couldn't or wouldn't play sports. This is called The Sporting Life. Cheers. Richard Hammond. Lourdes Rosales. Crossover between the two. It's just very simple. But what I was thinking was, what if? It's always good to ask what if. What if Max Champion's band was to play a Joe Jackson song? Just as an experiment. So this is just purely for scientific experimental purposes. Back in 1910, you know. As I was saying, this song has a very simple message. It goes along the lines of, oh, come on, get over yourselves. Worse things happen at sea. My dad used to say that whenever anyone was complaining or feeling sorry for themselves. He'd say, oh, worse things happen at sea. And since he'd been in the Navy, I thought maybe he knew what he was talking about. Anyway, this is called Worse Things Happen at Sea.
Oh man, back in my car after an hour-long metro ride. I'm so tired, but it was such a great show. As you probably noticed, I moved, and that's because the back of my seat, the screws were missing, and the back collapsed. I went and I talked to the usher, and she put me in touch with somebody else, and he said they didn't have any other seats for me, so they moved me to the box overlooking the stage. Those seats cost a couple $100, so I had an even better view of a very eclectic show. The first half of the show was Joe Jackson playing his own music, and then the music of Max Champion. If you get a chance to see it, I definitely recommend it. It was such a fun time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit subscribe if you feel like it. Leave me a comment, leave me a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next video.